Hello from Falkirk. Me and my parents went on a little road trip today, and mostly to see the Kelpie sculptures, which were very cool. It was really incredible seeing them up close. They're very big and yeah, I think it's very cool, and it's got me thinking about this book I've been reading. Called The Lore of Scotland, A Guide to Scottish Legends. And yeah, so obviously there is stuff about Kelpies in here. I mean, this book is interesting. It's kind of sectioned into different areas of Scotland. So there's one for like the Northeast, the Northern Highlands, Orkney and Shetland Islands, just, and it's got different stories and different legends that were specific to those different areas, so I just thought I'd read some things that I found interesting. So this one is from the Loch Ness, I believe, yeah. So it says, this Kelpie had been in the habit of appearing as a beautiful black horse, finely caparisoned on a well-frequented road in the Highlands. By his winning ways he lured unworried travellers to mount him. No sooner had the weary, unsuspecting victim seated himself in the saddle than away darted the horse with more than the speed of the hurricane, and was plunged into the deepest part of Loch Ness, and the rider was never more seen. So, yeah, the general gist of Kelpies is this like water horse that haunts bodies of water and lures people onto its back and drowns them. Nice, you know? There's a section here about Kelpies and water horses, and a picture that is quite horrifying. It says, this 19th century picture of the Kelpie shows its horse-like head, hooves and tail, and makes very clear its menacing strength. It does look pretty menacing. So it says, the Kelpie that swells torrents and devours women and children has no representative in Gaelic superstition. Some writers speak as if the water horse were to be identified with it, but the two animals are distinctly separate. The water horse haunts lochs, the Kelpie streams and torrents. So I don't really know what the difference is between a water horse and a Kelpie. I guess, oh, so maybe it was a water horse in the Loch Ness one, and not a Kelpie. I don't really know, but that's interesting. There's a poem here, I think. It says, oh, Sarah's my back and Sarah my pains, leading the Laird o' Marfie stains. The Laird o' Marfie, can he thrive, as long as the Kelpie is alive? So that's about the Stone of Morphy and Kincardineshire. There's the Kelpie Stane in Aberdeenshire. It says, once when the River Don was in flood, a man needed to cross it to attend a relative's deathbed. The river had a resident Kelpie, a dangerous water spirit which could, however, appear harmless or even helpful. This creature appeared and offered to carry the traveller across the swollen stream. The man agreed, but when they got to the middle of the river, the Kelpie tried to drown him. Luckily, he managed to escape and scrambled up onto the riverbank. Balked of his prey, the angry Kelpie threw a large boulder after him, which rests on the bank and is still known as the Kelpie Stane. Isn't that cool? So there's just some interesting stuff in here, and I think it's just really cool learning about folklore, mythology, whatever you want to call it. And I think that even if it's not like necessarily true, it's just interesting learning about different stories from places, and it feels very historical learning these stories, regardless of, you know, the truth to it. So yeah, I just think this is interesting. This is definitely a book I'm gonna be continue flicking through and just reading bits and bobs here and there. It's definitely cool to read about the kind of legends where I live, and yeah, just got more of a sense of the history, I guess. So yeah, I just thought I would share that.
1, 2, 3. Trying my sorrows to slap to right. Lord and body at least in line. Fine it can be just saying you can convince me I am pretty old. We'll pick berries and recline. Let's hit the road, friend of mine. Wave goodbye to your thankless Joe. Drive for miles and never turn on. Fine it can be just saying you can be handsome, I'll be pretty. Oh, what does the city have to offer me? Everyone else thinks it's the bee's knees. What does the city have to offer me? I just can't see. I just can't see.